Hello Newcastle fans TV and welcome. We're back to doing the Toon preview with you. This is the preview one. There'll be the whiteboard tomorrow because I'm off tomorrow, so I can do it during the day. So there'll be a tactics board tomorrow for that one. This is just a little bit on Brentford, how they're getting on, a couple of danger men, maybe some players that you might know of, and we'll have a quick brief on chat about the Toon. So let's begin then. Right, so notable players for Brentford. You're probably asking, yeah, they do all right in the Championship, but have they got any players that you might know of? So, yeah, they've got a Danish international who's currently playing left-back, I believe, at the minute. He's normally predominantly centre-back, which is Andreas Bjelland, did I pronounce that as? They've also got former Arsenal youngster Nico Jenneras, who promised big things when he's at the Gunners, but didn't really make the grade. And obviously, you've got Josh McCracken as well, who's coming off the bench a lot lately. I thought he'd get a starting berth, but he's kind of disappeared off. He's been loaned out so many seasons at Chelsea. He's actually now officially a Brentford player. Brentford own him, but he's not making the grade. He's coming off the bench a lot. Alan Judge is currently injured, and Newcastle was heavily linked. Still might go in for them, the goal scoring Irish midfielder. He's out injured at the moment. He won't participate. He is coming back. I think he's due back in the next month, I believe. So they're the ones you probably think, yeah, I've heard some of them, but Scott Hogan is their top scorer this season. He's got an impressive 7 goals. That's pretty impressive. You know, he's got 14 goals in his last 19 games in the league as well. So in the League and Cup, I might be wrong on that, but that is pretty impressive. So clearly, we all know Newcastle, who's the danger man. Stop him, stop the supply, and you stop him scoring, won't you? The 7th in the Championship, Brentford, they're doing really well. They're 4 points behind us. The form, if you want, so we'll have a look at their form guide. Looking at them, they've scored in the fixture. Well, you can see on your screen now the results. The last 6 games. Probably the standout one is that 5-0 win against Preston, which you can see there. They've scored 13 goals during that period. The last 6 games, they've only conceded 5, so they're averaging under 1 per game. They've got 11 points out of 6, which is impressive, almost double. And if you get double points, you will win the league in this division. So they're on a little bit of good form. They've only got 1 defeat in the last 6. This is not going to be easy side. Brentford play nice football. You know, they keep it on the deck. So we've just got to be wary. I think Brentford will sit back looking at their lineup. I think they'll go with Bentley. I think they'll go with Colin, Dean, Egan, Bjelland at left back, if I've pronounced that right. I think they'll start Woods instead of McCormack this time. I think they'll go with Jenneras in that's defensive midfielder, and then they've got Clark as the winger. Vibe, I'm not sure if Vibe will play up front or he'll play on the wing yet, so I've stuck him up front. Sawyers, I think they'll play on the left, and obviously the danger man Hogan up front. Hey, I've done well there, haven't I? Right. Newcastle, on the other hand, let's switch to that. Newcastle, I think there will be some changes. I would expect Darlow to continue in goal. I think he'll stay with Anita. I think he'll bring in Bemba in this time because he dropped the last couple of games. I think Clark will return to the bench just for this one, and then Lascelles, and I think he'll play Dummett again at left back. We know that Lazar and Haidara are now back. Haidara probably needs a bit of match fitness, but I think they'll go with that. On the right, I think they'll go with Richie. I think they'll go with Shelby and Hayden to come back into the starting lineup, and then left, I think they'll go with Atsu this time because I think Atsu did really well on the right wing. Obviously, you're playing away from home last time out. But I think Richie will come back in the starting lineup. Atsu will go left. And then Perez in the number 10 because he was missing completely in the last game. The Diarma's been really disappointing, so now is the time to change it. And I think it'll be Gale up top with, again, Mitrovic, despite scoring 2 in Serbia. I don't think Mitrovic will start. I would like to see him start. I've been shouting on, I want to say 2 up top. But I just can't say it with Benitez. He loves that 4-2-3-1 formation. You know, he loves it. Is he going to put Chuck 2 up top? Prove me wrong, I would love to see it. But that's a bit on Newcastle. Brentford, on the other hand, they've had a couple of notable managers over the years who've done really well for them, coming up the divisions, the likes of Juve, Rosler. You're looking at Warburton, who's now with Rangers, you know. So it's going to be a tough game. I think it's not going to be like a 3-0. I think it will be a very close game. I wouldn't be too surprised if it's a goal scoring draw, but obviously being a Toon fan, I'm going to be optimistic. And I'm going to go 2-1 for Newcastle and nick this one and then climb the table as well. Let me know what you think, and I'll keep an eye out for the preview part 2, which will be out tomorrow. See you later.